sustainable trade and industrial transformation. One that says, and I want to read, Abba can compete globally. Abba can lead Africa's industrial renaissance. Abia can lead Africa's industrial renaissance. And the Southeast can rise as a regional corridor of productivity, investment, and jobs. And let me also use the opportunity to salute Your Excellency, Governor Alex Oti, for the clarity of vision and courageous leadership that has brought us this far. Thank you, Your Excellency. Your government's prioritization of export-led growth and smart industrialization is not only commendable, it is strategic. Because in a world where countries rise at what they produce and how competitively they export, this is the only path to prosperity. And so we are witnessing a giant here today, and I'm glad that today we just signed an MOU with His Excellency, and one of the things we'll be supporting is this export lab. And Your Excellency, we are very happy about this, and I'm glad that our brother talked about why it matters now. And for us in UNDP, there's a lot that we are doing in the area of MSMEs, and we believe that we are causing an MSME revolution, as we call it. And this year alone, we've supported Your Excellency over 12,000 medium and small-scale enterprises. We are solar centers that are, sparking activity, for MSMEs. As you heard this afternoon from my colleague, we negotiated with Uganda Airlines, and we said to them, any export that is going out of Nigeria, please reduce the rates. And they have reduced the rate, and I think it's the first time that we established this thing in an air corridor. And so we believe that our exporters from Abba can export now 50% less, sending their things to East and Southern Africa. And I think next week I'm here, back again into the region now, negotiating with the local ones, airlines, saying that even when people are sending things from Abia to other states, also let them take their goods at a reduced cost. And that's the boundaries that we are pushing. Your Excellency, in a few weeks you would be launching here in Abia the university port and our university. What we are doing there is, and I'm connecting it to what Abba is doing, a space where people can go and turn their ideas into prototypes, where they can turn their prototypes into businesses, and where they can turn their businesses to industries. And not only here in Abia, we are doing the same now, I think, in about 8 or 10 universities. And we're trying to build a university network that if we have a produce or a young man or woman who is innovating here or creating a product in Abba, which other university can we take them there so that they can build in terms of the research and development that can accompany that business. And these are some of the things that we are doing in terms of supporting MSMEs. And we are calling this also in our own small way, made in Nigeria. We are pushing that front to make sure that whether it's our support through university or community spaces or MSME clusters, we are supporting the Abba agenda, the Abia agenda, and Made in Nigeria agenda. And also our brother said, and I'm trying to wind down very quickly, is that the Africa Continental Free Trade Area offers us a remarkable opportunity, Your Excellency, and I know I'm preaching to the converted, 1.4 billion people. And most of these people are buying things that they can find in Abba. We must support them with the market intelligence. And last year we took 15 women to Namibia. We told them just go and shine your eyes. And when they went there, they sold all their things, including their aquates, and they just bought t-shirts to even come back to Nigeria. They sold out. And we must be able to connect them, our markets, our entrepreneurs here, where the markets are in Africa. And we do hope that, Your Excellency, we can support with market intelligence. And I think a few weeks ago we launched with the Minister for Trade a market intelligence tool which is showing where the markets are in 13 places in Africa. And we believe that our people in Abba should be able to also explore those and take advantage of those opportunities. Finally, we must look beyond Abia to look at the sub-region as a whole. I think in the context of the Southeast Development Commission and what it offers, we must build stronger linkages as we do our partnership with Enugu, with Anambra, with Ebonyi, and with Imo State as well, so that together we can become a force to reckon with. So just let me conclude, Your Excellency, that here at UNDP, we are a partner of choice. And we don't just bring advice, we bring a track record. We co-invest, we de-risk, we connect public ambition with private capital and global networks. This year, we are helping Nigeria develop its first green and social taxonomy framework to attract sustainable finance as well. And we are trying to strengthen our partnership with developing financial institutions as well. So, Your Excellency, distinguished guests, this is what transformation looks like. When we invest in local enterprise, when we open trade corridors, when we build productive capacity at the base, here in Aba, and when we connect the genius of our people to global demand, this is when we are turning ambition into exports. Let us make Aba not just the heartbeat of enterprise, but the brain of a new industrial era. Let us build a future where every small producer can export, every youth can innovate, and every state can rise. Together we can make in Aba the pride of Nigeria and the promise of Africa. Thank you very much.
Representative of the UNDP in Nigeria, this partnership would definitely go down well in history. And of course, we'll continue to thank His Excellency, whose goodwill and visionary leadership continues to give Abia.
Please be seated. Thank you. The resident representative, United Nations Development Program. Thank you for spending this amount of time with us today. And I want to use it to reach out to your colleagues that came with you to support us in the international market. That's all. And you know, the international market is not deceived. Sometimes when I used to write, I used to tell our people that a lot of times people will take off and go to Turkey, go to China, Dubai, United States, Europe, looking for foreign investment. The reality is that before you board the plane, the people have done their research and they know whether they want to invest in you or not. So you don't even need to go there. Okay, so the trip, sometimes a friend of mine said is another form of escort scam. So you don't need the trip because they know. So even what we are doing today, they know. By the time you finish packaging your product, if it meets the standards, they will buy. So and you yourself, you will be convinced that you have done enough work to support that product to be sold outside the shores of this country. That's the way the market is structured. And if you cannot compete globally, don't even try. Because you just waste your time. And history records that there are a lot of countries, including Japan, who developed after the war through export. So I believe that the journey of 1,000 miles starts with one step, which is what we are doing today. So I will challenge our partners to support us. One thing you can take for granted here is that we don't play games, we don't tolerate half measures. Whatever we tell you, that is the way it is. If we are not ready, we will not do it. For us to come and commission together means we're ready. And anybody who comes to tell you, oh, you need to tell them it's a lie. It must be done right. And any product that does not pass the test, don't be sympathetic, fail it, so that we can start afresh and get it to such a specification that we have defined. So it's another way of saying that our standards are very high. And what we look out for, very, very quality standards. We don't joke at all. So for those who are in one way or the other associated with the Export Growth Lab, the output should be second to none. So it would be sad if you have passed a product and the product fails the test elsewhere. And we also have a way of checking. We don't require money as government from here. So if anybody is coming to tell you, oh, government wants to make money, it's not an investment. This is our own support to our people, the micro, small, and medium scale enterprises. So Chinenye and your team, all the expenses are written off completely. So we don't expect you to return anything to the government. But what we expect is that our people will benefit. Okay? Having said that, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let me thank the UNDP for signing the MOU today. Very detailed, in fact, going through the details yesterday, I was so glad that you are willing to support us to go through. Like I told you earlier, we don't pretend to know what we don't know. We are still learning. It's a new government, so we need the hand holding. Wherever we are not getting it right, feel free to let us know, and we are willing to learn. So there are a lot of areas that the UNDP will help us, particularly in the area of renewable energy. We talked about it, and the ring-fencing of the part of the electricity distribution, which, by the way, I think we are making the final offer in a few days before the end of the week. So hopefully we will get to the stage of implementation. Please, Honorable Commissioner for Power and Public Utilities, thank you for the work you have done. The reward for hard work is more work. So I've had a discussion with my sister Elsie, and she's willing to support us with Sarah and then all the ring fence for Omaya. So please find time to sit with her. And she has a very strong team that have done it in so many places. So they have no need to invent the wheel. So thank you so much. Let me also thank all the people that have worked on
Nasi so